Hello, and welcome to Speak English with Confidence, the podcast designed for learners who want to speak English with confidence, comfort, and joy. This is a place where learning feels calm, supportive, and human. You don't need to be perfect here. You don't need to rush. You just need to be open to learning, one small step at a time.
If you feel nervous when you try to speak English, if your mind goes blank and the words disappear, if your life feels too busy to study, or if you don't live in an English-speaking country, we want you to know something important. You are not alone. Many English learners feel exactly the same way, and it does not mean you are bad at English.
In fact, it means you are human. Learning a new language takes time, patience, and kindness toward yourself. And the good news is, you don't need long study hours or a perfect environment to improve.
You don't need to move to another country. You don't need expensive classes. And you don't need to wait for the right moment to begin. What you need are simple habits that fit naturally into your everyday life.
Today, we're going to share something very simple and very powerful. How to practice English every single day.
Before we begin, let us remove some pressure from your mind. You don't need to move to London or New York to speak English well. You don't need to study for many hours every night. And you don't need to have a native English speaker sitting next to you to correct every word you say.
I can do this. Speak freely.
What you really need are small, smart steps. Simple actions that are easy to repeat and easy to enjoy. Steps that fit naturally into your real, busy life. Whether you are working, studying, taking care of family, or doing many things at once.
These steps don't require perfect grammar or perfect pronunciation. They only require consistency. Just a little practice, done every day.
Not perfection, just consistency.
And today, we're going to show you exactly how to do that clearly, simply, and in a way that actually works for real people, just like you. Now, let's begin with a very simple question. It may sound new, or maybe you have heard it before. What is shadowing?
Shadowing is one of the most powerful techniques you can use to improve your English listening and speaking at the same time. It helps you train your ears and your mouth together, instead of separately.
The idea is very simple. You listen to someone speaking English, and you repeat immediately, just like an echo. You follow the speaker closely, almost like their shadow, staying right behind their voice.
When you do shadowing, you don't stop the audio. You don't translate the words into your own language. And you don't check a dictionary while listening.
English learner practicing shadowing technique.
Instead, you focus on copying the sound. You copy the rhythm. You copy the speed and the natural flow of the sentence.
It doesn't matter if you don't understand every word at first. Shadowing is not about understanding everything. It's about training your brain to recognize how English really sounds.
With practice, your mouth learns how English moves. Your ears become more comfortable with the sounds. And slowly, speaking English begins to feel more natural and less stressful.
This is why shadowing is such a powerful daily habit. It is simple, effective, and it works even if you only have a few minutes each day.
I want to speak English fluently.
Now you repeat. I listen to English every day.
Repeat after me. Shadowing helps me speak better.
Excellent. That's shadowing. You're doing great.
At first, shadowing may feel a little strange. You might feel confused, or you might think you're not doing it correctly, and that's completely okay.
How are you today?
Every new habit feels uncomfortable in the beginning, especially when you're learning a new language.
Shadowing is not about understanding every single word you hear. It's not a test, and it's not about being perfect. Shadowing is about training your brain and your mouth to work together naturally in English.
When you repeat what you hear without stopping or translating, your brain starts to recognize patterns. Your mouth learns how English sounds, how it flows, and how the words connect to each other.
And the best part is this: you don't need a lot of time. Just 5 minutes a day can slowly change the way you speak, helping you sound clearer, faster, and more confident.
Small daily practice creates big results. And shadowing is one of the simplest ways to begin.
Many learners come to us and say the same things. They say, I'm too busy to practice English. They say, I feel shy when I try to speak. Or they worry, I don't even know where to start.
And our answer is always the same. You don't need more time. You don't need to wait for a perfect moment. You don't need hours of study or a special classroom.
What you need is just one small step. Just one simple action to begin. The rest will follow naturally if you start today.
Even a few minutes a day, 5, 10, or 15, can make a real difference. You only need to begin. And that is exactly what we're going to show you next. Listening is the foundation of speaking. Before you can speak English comfortably, your ears need to become familiar with how English sounds. The rhythm, the tone, the speed, and the way words connect, all of this begins with listening.
And the good news is, listening is easy to fit into your life. You can listen to podcasts like this one. You can listen to music in English. You can watch YouTube videos or listen to short stories made for learners. You don't need to understand everything. You don't need to stop and study every word.
You can listen while you walk, while you cook, while you clean your home, or while you rest after a long day. These small moments are powerful. Even 10 minutes a day helps your brain get used to English.
Let English become part of your daily environment. Let it play in the background while you live your life.
Make English your background music. When you do this, English slowly becomes familiar, natural, and comfortable in your ears, and speaking becomes much easier. After you listen, it's time to use your voice. Listening fills your mind with English, but speaking is what makes it real. Your voice is your tool, and the more you use it, the stronger it becomes.
I'm improving little by little.
Repeat sentences like this every day. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to sound like a native speaker.
Comment ça va?
What matters is consistency. One
Bien,
sentence,
merci.
then
Et
another,
toi?
day by day.
When you shadow regularly, your speaking becomes smoother. Your mouth becomes more comfortable. And slowly, confidence grows. Not perfectly, just consistently. One of the most powerful habits you can build is learning to think in English. Start with small thoughts. Very small.
It's morning. I'm tired. I need coffee.
These are tiny sentences, but they are powerful. They help your brain connect directly to English without translating.
When you wake up, say a few words in English in your mind. When you walk outside, describe what you see. When you feel hungry or tired, name it in English.
No translation. No delay. Just simple English thoughts. This trains your brain to think naturally in English, and speaking becomes faster and easier.
Reading aloud trains your speaking muscles. When you read silently, only your eyes work. But when you read aloud, your mouth, your tongue, and your brain work together.
Read slowly. Then read a little faster. Then read with emotion.
Choose a short story, a simple article, or even a few lines from a video. Read them like an actor. Feel the words. Let your voice move.
This builds clarity, fluency, and confidence. It's like going to the gym, but for your voice. Don't just study English. Live with English. Let it become part of your everyday life, not just something you open in a book.
Change your phone language to English. You already look at your phone many times a day. Let those moments teach you naturally.
Write 3 short sentences in an English diary every day. Just a few lines about your life.
Record a 1-minute voice message every day. Talk about your day, your plans, or your feelings. No one else has to hear it.
Join an online English group. Write a short message. Send a voice note. Connect with other learners.
Watch short videos in English. Pause. Repeat. Copy the voice. Copy the rhythm.
When English becomes part of your daily life, it stops feeling like homework.
It becomes something you live with. And that's when real fluency begins. Here's the mindset that changes everything. Small actions create strong habits. And strong habits quietly shape who you become. Every time you listen for a few minutes, repeat a sentence, or think one small thought in English, you are building something powerful inside yourself.
And strong habits create confident English speakers. Not talent. Not perfection. Not luck. Confidence grows from repetition. It grows from showing up every day, even when you feel tired, even when you feel unsure.
English is not homework. It is not a test. It is not something you do only in a classroom or in a book.
It's something you live with. It's in your thoughts, your phone, your voice, and your daily moments. When English becomes part of your life, it stops feeling heavy. It starts to feel natural. And that is where real confidence is born.
Before you go, we invite you to choose just one small habit today. Not 5. Not all of them. Just one. One simple action that you can begin right now.
Remember, 5 minutes is enough to start. You don't need to do more. You don't need to be perfect. You only need to begin.
Practice daily, even if it's only a little. And be kind to yourself. Every word you speak, every sentence you try, every mistake you make is part of your growth. And we'll see you next time on Speak English with Confidence.